Oh, yeah. I thought I smelled something in this truck. If it isn't one thing, it's another. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to J.Craft's Garage. Well, as the title of the video had suggested, I thought I smelled a funny smell in my truck. Yep, and if you look right about over my shoulder, let's see, right about over here, there's a battery, and there's a little bit of smoke coming out of it. Oh yeah, yep. Oh man, there's always something to do with this F350 that I've got. Yep, that's what we're gonna be working on today. Is my '95 F350. I'm gonna put some batteries in it, battery cable, and see if we can get this thing back to working like it should be. Let me tell you a little bit of background and tell you what happened to this truck, to why, maybe possibly why the battery is doing what it's doing. So, most recently, I replaced the lights in the front of this pickup truck. I put different headlights on it. That way I can see better at nights. I went with LED with the lights, except the headlights. Got to find me some LED headlights that'll work in this truck. I know there's some probably on Amazon or eBay or something like that. And then after I did all that and checked on my lights, I turned all the lights off and everything, had the truck parked, and I come out the next day and I had left the ignition switch on, which killed the batteries. I didn't have a battery charger to charge them back up, so what I did was I took old trusty and faithful over here, the 95 GMC, started it up and got it running, and charged up the batteries in the truck with the 95 GMC. Now, doing that, these batteries didn't like me doing that. They like a slow, if they're completely dead, they like a slow charge. Batteries like a slow charge, to bring them back to life. And that alternator was probably putting out quite a bit of juice to try to charge these batteries back up. So I charged them back up before trying to start it and thought everything was good. And now the batteries, every day, I've had to jump it for the past week to get this truck to run. And so the alternator, I guess, is putting out full capacity on the batteries because it's sensing that they are low. Well, they are low and they're dead. So we're going to try to remedy the situation and put new batteries in it. This one here came out of the tan truck over there. Then I've got the battery that was here over in the tan truck. I had charged it up too, did the same thing, and it worked for a little bit. But anyways, so this one has two batteries, if you haven't noticed already, and negative cable here, positive wire runs from between each battery on this side. Now, if you notice, it's got a stud type battery here and a post type battery on this side. Whenever I got the truck, this was in here. That's not how it's supposed to be. It works, but it is way bigger than what it's supposed to fit in. So we're going to fix all that and put new cable in it. It's all one piece, goes here across and goes to starter solenoid and down to the starter up underneath. Yep, fun times. As I always say, you gotta pay if you want to play. Alrighty, so let's get started in taking this thing apart. So we got the batteries out. That one finally quit smoking over there, and this one, excuse me, I think I'm gonna put over there back in the tan truck and get the other one out of that one. They're both the same size batteries, but I'll have to check and see if it'll charge up and last. But it's already going on 2.5 years old already. So if I can charge it up and it doesn't hold a charge, I'll probably go back and warranty it out or something. I don't know. But anyways, to get this battery out, you gotta take out that air scoop that goes for the air cleaner, and that's the size battery tray it's supposed to be in. This side here was the right battery and everything. This side here, they kind of sort of Jimmy rigged it in for better or worse terms, to make this battery work. But I already took off as you can see, positive cable going from side to side. And then we're going to take out this cable here. I'm going to probably save the cables for something, I don't know. And then this cable here, that runs down underneath the engine. I think this one here goes to, that's where I have to figure out where this little one goes to. I think it goes down to the starter as well. And it's a whole harness going down to the starter, but it's easy and it's not too hard to do. So I'm going to put all that back together. As for the ground wire, I will show you what I'm going to do about that. I'm not going to replace the ground wire. I got an adapter for it, so I'll probably just zip tie it right here, like where it's supposed to be, and just run it like that. That way everything's out of the way. So here we go. So up underneath the truck, you got the two wires running from up top down around the oil pan frame and everything that are mounted to big end on the starter, and the little wire up above the big end there on that big starter. So I'm working on getting that that old harness out. I think I'm going to have to swap over this little wire right there onto the new harness because I didn't see it on the new harness. So I'm going to take everything out and see what we got, and then if I have to swap it, I'll swap it, and then we'll put it all back together and get this truck working like it should. Alrighty. Well, I did have to swap that wire back into this harness here. So what I did was I took off that loom, added the wire to the big wire there. That way when it goes down to the starter, you can put attach both of them on and just tape the little wire to the big wire, and then put the loom back on it and just put some tape around it like that, and just added the wire to it. That way it'll be just like it was. And now I'm just routing the cable where it should be. I've already got the new battery put in on this side. I also added a hold down because it didn't have a hold down on this side. So that's the hold down that I got from O'Reilly's, not sponsored. And we're going to do the same to the other side, put the same type of hold down for this side because it's getting the same battery as that one. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to adapt the ground cable, because I didn't want to replace the ground cable because O'Reilly sells 4-gauge ground cable out of the box, and I need like 2 or 1-gauge ground cable. I could probably make one, but I was like, it's not in too bad shape. It's just a lug on the end. So let me get all this ran back up on the starter and everything, and get back to you here in just a minute. Well, after working on it for a little bit, I finally found out how I want the positive wire routed. It wasn't going to go up through this little part here, right where I wanted it. So I had to reroute it, route it closer to the engine and all that back behind there. That way it'll look a lot better. I like stuff that looks, halfway decent. I don't know what I'm going to do about that ground cable. Oh, speaking of ground cable, this is what I did. I adapted it. I got an adapter, a marine adapter, and went from a post to a lug. So hopefully that'll all work. And then we're gonna see here if it cranks up and runs. Alrighty, I like to have stuff all neat, kind of sort of neat and clean, like how everything should be. It's all hooked up there, and I had to run it around like this, kind of sort of on this side. If you notice, I got Motorcraft batteries in this truck. O'Reilly's offers Motorcraft batteries for a decent price. So shout out to O'Reilly's, not sponsored, but I get, as you notice, I get a lot of stuff from O'Reilly's. And this is my work truck, so with my business discount and everything, it works out. Let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, yes. Wait to start light, have to let that out. let that go out for a little bit. It's kind of cool outside, so I let it go out and then wait for a little bit longer and see. Fires right up. That's a lot better. That's a lot better now, the way that gauge was. So I'm going to verify it with my meter and see what's going on. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's how she looks like now. Now we got everything all back together. Like I said, I put a hold down in there. I don't know if you can see it underneath that duct. I put a hold down in there because there wasn't one. There wasn't one holding the battery in place, and so we got a different battery in here, the one that's supposed to fit a Group 65. As you can see, plenty of space all around and everything. So, and then I'm going to get another hold down for this one to hold it in place as well. So, now we got everything. We should be able to crank it up when it's cold. Of course, I plug it in also because this truck don't like the cold, don't like to start in the cold weather. Even if I leave the glow plugs on for a couple of minutes or whatever, this thing won't want to start. So I kind of keep it warm during the winter time and not let it get too cold. That way it'll start up, easier for it to start up, keep the coolant in the engine warm. That's basically all it is an element going into the side of the engine behind the oil filter to keep the coolant warm, and that's it. So whenever I start it up in the morning, y'all knuckleheads that have to wait for your vehicles to warm up to have warm heater, I got you beat. I plugged mine in and I got warm heat going down the road as soon as I drive off with my truck. So there you go. Well, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get out of here. I put up all my tools and equipment and toys and cleaned up everything, and now we're ready to get some work done and some more videos as well. I appreciate everybody watching, and if you haven't done so already, please like, share, or subscribe to the channel. Please let your friends and relatives know about stuff that I'm working on and my channel. I'm hoping to grow it this year and to see how far I can go. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's safe. Hope everybody is warm, because right now it's pretty cold. Here, it's not so bad. 40 degrees, 35, wind chill factor maybe 30, not so bad. Other places in the country, yeah, I've seen y'all have a few feet of snow on the ground and trying to plow through that. Not me. Nope, and we're supposed to have some ice and some precipitation on Wednesday, Thursday, whenever. So I'll be nice and snug like a bug and, wherever it's warm. Anyways, again, hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's safe. Like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch you right here on the next video.